Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Oh, she's not ready. She's not ready. She is not ready. I want to see the video.
It'll be under only the live tab. If you go to our website, it has the link right there. Get that ozone smell from the rain.
Sounds like it's raining buckets, but it's not. Maybe it's just something, furnace or something.
I don't know. I don't. It weren't here when I left, but I left before 6 last night. Usually only run into them if I'm here at 6. Why? The cameras? Is that what you're thinking? Or? Well, we have a new system now, so we're all kind of using the same thing.
What does it mean that they know how?
On our website? So if you go to government, it should be watch city council meetings, and then it will give you the option. And then when you go to our YouTube page, it'll have all of them on there, but if you want to click the live ones. Government. You see it? Am I talking right now? Is that me? Is it garbled? Is it garbled? You can cut it out. That was just
6:30, the April 17th work study session will begin. We'll start with officials' reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. This past Friday, we were all invited to attend a ribbon cutting and open house at the Southgate Honda and Power Sports. The event commemorated their first anniversary here in Southgate and was extremely well attended by residents and dignitaries from throughout the Downriver area who filled the showroom during the festivities. Council President Zoe Cuspa and Council Member Karen George joined me in celebrating this new business in our community. Southgate Honda and Motorsports are part of a family of dealerships owned by the Reinecke family. The family business owns 12 dealerships in Northwest Ohio, and the Southgate location is their first location in Michigan. According to their sales manager, monthly sales at the Southgate dealership have more than doubled since taking over the business last year. We wish them continued success and thank them for investing in our great city. Last Friday, we also received recognition by the National Arbor Day Foundation that once again designated Southgate as a Tree City USA member. This year is significant in that it marks the 30th consecutive year for Southgate to receive this recognition. New signage, which that's an example of, will announce our 30th year and will be placed at entrances into our city. Congratulations to our city forester, Bob Tarabula, and our DPS staff for their continued work to promote the value and importance of trees in our community. This Saturday, April 20th, the Downriver YMCA will be hosting their 30th annual Healthy Kids Day. The event will feature free family activities, vendor booths, and healthy snacks. YMCA membership is not required. Healthy Kids Day is an open house and free to the public. The official opening day for our Southgate Little League will be Saturday, April 27th. The Players Parade will begin the celebration at 8:30 a.m. from the inline skating parking lot at Dix and Windermere. The opening day ceremony will follow the parade and will include the season's first pitch relay. It's always a fun event as we officially open our municipal baseball diamonds for the season. Special thanks to Justin Morin, president of the Southgate Little League, and all the parents and volunteers that make this sports league possible. Please consider coming out and cheering on these young baseball players. The display case in our municipal lobby now displays a tribute to the 11 young men who gave their lives serving this country during the Vietnam War. They were all once children in our elementary schools and young graduates of our high schools before going on to serve in our United States Armed Forces. The display is a reminder that freedom is not free. We should never forget their ultimate sacrifice. Many of these young soldiers' families are still a part of our community. We should also keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Special thanks to Tom Lewis of the Southgate Historical Foundation for creating this important and appropriate display. On Monday, April 8th, my staff and I were invited to a grant award presentation presented by our U.S. Congressman Shri Thanador. The event took place in the city of Detroit in front of the Spirit of Detroit statue, which was donning the NFL draft shirt at the time. It was pretty cool. In all, 16 recipients were part of the ceremony that included nonprofit organizations and municipalities within Congressman Thanador's districts. I'm extremely pleased to announce that the City of Southgate received a $900,000 grant to install 3 pressure relief valves for our water delivery system. These valves will reduce the spikes in water pressure that we experience numerous times during the year. This is exacerbated because we are so close to the water treatment plant in Allen Park. Therefore, we are the first city online to receive the brunt of these pressure variations. These new industrial valves will make a real difference in preserving the integrity and longevity of our aging water mains. The installation of these relief valves are projected to reduce our local water main breaks by up to 40 to 60% annually. It is important to note that this is the first time that the City of Southgate has received funds through the Congressional Direct Spending Program. Congressman Vanadar is the first congressman to provide those funds to our community. Therefore, I appreciate and commend Representative Vanadar for meeting with us last year, listening to our needs, and following through on funding for this very important and needed project. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. Madam Clerk? No report. Mr. Treasurer?
No report.
Councilman Kowalski?
No report.
Councilman Roush?
No report.
Councilman Graziani?
No report.
The Public Safety Commission did meet at our fire station. We'll have a Narcan drop-off and pick-up program in place. So please, if you have any questions on that, please contact our fire department. We also have a drug take-back day on the 27th from 10 to 2 at the Guidance Center. So if there's any drugs that you have, prescription drugs that you want to drop off, please drop them off there so that they do not end up in anyone's hands that should not have them. We have our sirens that go off for weather storm warnings. They're tested every month. There was a repair needed, I believe at Eureka Week, and the company came out and took a look at it, and that was fixed. So this next test in May should be fully functioning. And there are talks of the third round lockdowns for our schools that will be happening in May. Meeting with the school district to see when the best time for the staff, both staffs will. As for the school board, there was Titan Awards given to our student athletes from Davidson and Anderson High Schools, as well as the Winter Athletic State qualifiers were recognized as well. And most notably as well, there was I'm sure many of you know, there was a huge accident at Eureka and Trenton with 2 individuals that were Anderson that he's back up. For the City of Southgate, we had our workshop on Saturday. It was very informative and very productive. The next step in approving this budget will be the public hearing, which is set for May 1st, which is the next council meeting. And also, on behalf of the City Council, I would like to send my deepest condolences to Councilwoman Ayers Reese in the passing of her brother. We're all thoughts and prayers are with you. You know that. Councilwoman George.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Case Commission met last night, and they wrapped up the Easter events. And also, the Commission would like to send love and best wishes to Shirley and Beverly. Under new business, they will soon be decorating the gazebo for our Memorial Day service, which will be held May 23rd. Also, they looked at Heritage Days for some of the things that will be going on. And also at Market Center Park, the concerts start June 18th and run through August 20th. And the concerts are on Tuesday this year. They had gone back to Thursday, and now they've gone switched and gone back to the Tuesday day. So we got a lot to look forward to this summer. Also at the library, they're having a Social Security planning for baby boomers. The date is Monday, April 29th at from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And it's what baby boomers need to know to maximize retirement income. So if any of you are interested, like you say, it's at the library on April 29th. You can call and make a reservation, or you can call in person. Concerning, I forgot to mention, for trivia players and car lovers, today is the 60th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. And of course I have one, if you have two, but it's 60th anniversary. How exciting. That concerns successful casino bus trip on Tuesday, April 9th. They will be having a senior tea party May 9th, that's on a Thursday, from 1 to 3 p.m. $15 includes tea sandwiches, fruits, and desserts. Limited spots are available, and you can wear your favorite tea party hat and bring your favorite teacup and saucer. Limited spots. If you're interested, call the Senior Center at 734-258-3066. Sandy Patty has put out new senior trip flyers, and the next meeting for the Commission on Aging will be Thursday, May 2nd at noon at the Senior Center. Concerning the library, the adult winter reading program concluded, and there were 92 participants this year, up from 79 last year. The Teen Advisory Board will be meeting Wednesday, April 24th at 6 p.m. If you noticed all the cars in the library parking lot tonight, they're having a Taylor Swift party for the teens, and the lot is full. We have programs at the library for all ages. I mean, it's really a booming place if you haven't been over there. And they do have a hygiene donation station, free hygiene station. And a thank you to St. Pius Catholic School. They held a toiletry drive during Lent this year and donated 10 large boxes of hygiene products for the free hygiene station. It is in the lobby of the library, and if you have any need of any hygiene supplies, feel free to take what you want. And a thank you to Carlene, Joe, and Mary Lamos for all their work with the student art show, which was recently held. And I believe that's all I was going to announce about prescription take-back day, too. We've really got a dead drug problem, and this is a good way to get rid of your unused prescription medications so that they don't get into the wrong hands. This is basically for pills only. No liquids or sprays, EpiPens, creams and gels. But if you do go over to the Guidance Center, it's from 10 to 2. Clean out your medicine cabinet or wherever you keep your medicine. It's a good way to get rid of them. And I do believe that our police station has a drop box too. They used to have one that you could take your drugs over there if you want. And also many of the grocery stores have drop boxes also. I know the Meijer that I go to has one. So while you're doing your cleaning, don't forget about the medication that you're not using. And that's all I have, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilman Ayers-Reese.
The tax increment finance authority met on Monday, April 15th at 5:30. They approved the 2024-2025 proposed SIFA budget. They also approved first-class lawn care for the cutting and enhancing the appeal of the maintenance on North Line Road, as well as activate the sprinkler system on North Line Road median. There was no planning meeting this month, so there's no report on that one.
Councilman Dodd. Thank you. Councilman Dodd.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Parks and Recreation Commission met last Wednesday with them, and we have a lot of activities going on in the city they wanted us to keep updated on. First of all, the ice skating show is next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you call the Recreation Department before the 19th, you'll get a $2 discount on a pre-sale ticket. Southgate is also hosting the Senior Olympics this year, August 12th through 16th, and packets will be available in the office in May. Also, the Southgate Sports Hall of Fame nomination applications are in the office as well. You can go to the Recreation Department website. Application forms are due by August 1st. As a heads up to the residents, look for a substantial increase in the use of the ice arenas and the traffic in the area. Several of our neighboring communities have already taken their ice down for the year. A couple of the arenas have to have compressor repair issues. So Julie is working daily to fill all these slots in the ice arena, combined with our hockey programs, our skating programs, and all the skill camps that'll be coming on in the spring. So I'm sure the arena will be filled most of the days this year. Also, the recreation program is beginning their 5-year master plan review. This is of very high importance because of DNR grants that are tied to that plan. Also, we plan on reconfiguring the city recreation complex, and it makes sense to do that do the plan before we do any work. And then the last thing I had was what's probably most important to the residents is the recreation millage. There's been a lot of comments as to why we have such a slow start, why we haven't got a lot of work done. And as the mayor explained to us in our budget workshop, it's been a myriad of reasons. Shortages of supplies, approvals from Wayne County, shortage of workers. And so, for example, at Cobb Park, basketball court and concrete work will begin. At the Civic Center right here behind us, we're going to pave the parking lot by the tennis courts. We're going to eliminate the tennis courts. They'll have paddleball and pickleball courts instead. We're going to have 4 new soccer fields, potentially replacing one of the baseball diamonds. And that's on hold as we redo the master plan. The work for McCann Park should begin because that's been awarded by council already. At Waverly Park, we're going to redo the equipment and the basketball. Note to the council, some of that money is from the TIFA fund. And so that was a way we didn't have to use money from the recreation budget or millage to do that. At Kiwanis Park, the sidewalk, pathway, and lighting is back up for approval. Once we get an approval, we'll send that out for bid, and then work can begin on that. Also, the South Winds Clubhouse at the golf course is in major need of repair or renovation. So we'll be having engineers look into that and see what the best course of action would be. And the last thing we had was what was most impressive to me, was something called Miracle Little League Fields. I'm just going to read it right off of here. They're specifically designed to remove barriers and create an inclusive play experience for all children. And so this project costs $1.5 million approximately. Julie and her staff are out looking for fundraising efforts to fund this project. And I believe she said we have up to $300,000 committed already. And so anytime you hear about Miracle Fields, it'll be the only one downriver. The closest one is in Southfield that I'm aware of. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Councilman Mr. Marsh, for the agenda, please.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening. Prior to getting into the agenda, I just wanted to note one thing real quick. Earlier this week, Tim Watson from the United States Small Business Association met with the mayor and I, specifically to discuss the opportunity for low-interest loans to businesses, residents, nonprofits who may have experienced loss during the storms that came through last year in August. And so during the conversation, he said he'd like to come to council and speak about some of those opportunities and share them with our community. So I would just ask that the agenda be amended to allow Timothy Watson from the United States Business Association to speak under scheduled persons in the audience and at that time at the front end of the agenda. Getting into the agenda, under consideration of bids, we have one item, that's the bid for Cobb Park grading and parking improvements. This project will see the addition of parking and new sidewalk along Burns. The administration is recommending Gibraltar Construction Company as they were the low bidder on the project. Are there any questions from council? Seeing none. The first item under Communications A is regarding the proposed sale of forfeited vehicles. Currently, the city is in possession of 3 vehicles, and the administration is recommending that they be auctioned on April 20th at Normanetti's. Are there any questions from council? Seeing none, the next item is a request from the clerk's office to adopt the 2023 supplement to the Code of Ordinances labeled Ordinance 24-1040. The specific changes are referenced in your packets. Are there any questions from council? Okay, seeing none, the next item is a request to waive the bid and extend the janitorial services contract for the ice rink through the end of the fiscal year with STEP. STEP won the competitive bid for City Hall cleaning, and they were subsequently awarded by council cleaning services for the ice arena. While progress has been made in hiring part-time staff, the administration believes it is still beneficial to keep STEP through the end of the fiscal year. Are there any questions from council?
Mr. Marsh.
Yes.
If in fact we need to keep them on longer than that, when would that come before us?
So if it is approved through the end of the fiscal year, we would look to, if we needed to bring them on further. At this time, we don't believe we will, based on the changes that are in the budget for next year. We believe, in the current hiring process, we believe that once we get into July, it won't be a need anymore for us. But if for some reason things change and we look at it and we say, okay, this is a thing that we want to continue doing, that would have to come before council in June.
Thank you.
The final item on tonight's agenda is a request to waive the bid and extend the current contract with Core and Main LP for copper tubing supplies for 1 year. Core and Main LP won the competitive bid in April of 2023, and they've agreed to hold those prices for an additional year. Therefore, the administration recommends extending the contract. Are there any questions from council? Seeing none, that is all.
Thank you. That being the last item, we'll reconvene at 7 o'clock. Regular meeting will begin. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Graziani?
Present.
Councilman George? Here. Councilman Roush?
Here.
Councilman Ayers Reese? Present. Councilman Kowalski?
Present.
Councilman Golick?
Here.
Councilman Cuspa?
Here. Before we approve the minutes, I would ask for motion to amend the agenda to add Tim Watson under scheduled persons in the audience.
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Ayers
I would
Reese.
like to make a motion to add Timothy Watts to the scheduled persons in the audience.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by Golick. Any discussion or objection? The agenda is amended. I need a motion to approve the work study meeting minutes dated April 3rd, 2024.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
move that we approve the work study meeting minutes dated April 3rd, 2024.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the regular city council meeting minutes dated April 3rd, 2024.
Madam Chairman. Madam Chair.
Oh, Mr. Marsh.
Sorry to interrupt there. Regarding the minutes from the regular meeting on April 3rd, the first motion under Communications A, the motion's transcribed accurately in the minutes. However, I believe that the words, it needs to include resolution number 235-24 after the word rescind. At the time the motion was made, that resolution number had not been generated, so right now it just says rescind, but it doesn't actually reference the resolution that was being rescinded.
Okay, so, motion to amend and approve.
Yeah, it would be to just include, right after the word rescind, resolution number 235-24.
Councilman Roush, did you?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and include the changes that Dan specified.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Scheduled persons in the audience, we have one, Tim Watson. Please come up to the podium, state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes to address council.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Timothy Watson, Public Affairs Specialist, United States Small Business Administration, Field Operation East, Office of Recovery and Resilience. It's always a lot of words to say. So we assist with disaster recovery around the United States of America. We are here in Wayne County in response to what occurred in August of last year. The specific dates are August 24th through the 26th for the tornadoes, severe storms, and flooding that occurred. A lot of people get tied up in our name. A lot of people don't know who we are. So I'll just elaborate briefly. So basically, we assist with the physical damages for businesses, nonprofits, homeowners, and as well as renters. For renters, they can basically file a claim with the Small Business Administration for a low-interest loan to cover the interior context of their home when a disaster happens. In this case, it was a tornado. For the homeowner, they can qualify for up to $500,000 to qualify for a physical damage loan for any property damage. They also can, if approved, will qualify for an additional 20% of whatever loan amount that they receive for mitigation purposes. That can be a retaining wall, sub pump, whatever they can use to have preventive maintenances for future disasters. Now, the businesses and the nonprofit qualify for additional funding beyond the $500,000. They can qualify for up to $2 million, and in some instances, they qualify for more than the $2 million that is on the sheet. These entities can qualify for more money and more assistance than the residents can because they can qualify for real estate that might have been damaged, any form of inventory or property of the machinery or equipment that they might house can also be covered under those loans. As I spoke with Dan as mayor earlier this week, I mentioned that this occurred in August of last year. People might have already taken care of these damages in their home or their properties for their businesses and nonprofits. So if you're one that has racked up a lot of credit card debt, trying to take care of the damages yourself, or coming out of pocket with money you have saved up, or say you were in a situation where you had insurance, the insurance deductible was too high for you to pay, you can utilize this funding to take care of those matters. We assist the insured, the underinsured, and the non-insured as well. Meaning, if you have a claim for $60,000, you have $150,000 in damages, you have already received the $60,000. We can't duplicate that money, but we can assist with the additional $90,000 that you may have in property damage. And that's just for the physical damage loan. We also have an economic injury disaster loan, which basically covers businesses and nonprofits who might have been affected for these storms with any form of economic downturn. The physical damage loan had an extension of May 8th. It was a date that was a deadline before that. The state was awarded an extension. The economic injury disaster loan has a date of November 8th, 2024. And FEMA, as well as the Small Business Administration, right now have a recovery center location inside of Wayne County Community College that is separate for FEMA itself, the Business Recovery Center, and then for the residential side for mitigation purposes. So I just wanted to come out here today to briefly explain this. The interest rates are always remain the same. They're fixed. So if somebody gets a loan, the interest rates will not go up. There is a collateral request for loans over $25,000. Anything below that amount is no collateral requested, and it's an unsecured loan. So I just wanted to be brief. I know I had 3 minutes, so I just wanted to squeeze in as much as I possibly could and allow time for some questions, obviously.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Yeah, if any of our council has questions, please get with Mr. Watson after the meeting. And yeah, I'm sure anyone viewing that would need this assistance is definitely appreciated as well. So thank you so much for coming out.
Absolutely. And before I go, let me give you the information as far as how to actually apply for the loan, because we do have new websites. For the SBA portal, it is website address https://lending.sba.gov, disaster customer service at sba.gov, or phone number 1-800-659-2955, or they can go to Wayne County Community College to apply in person. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Madam Chair,
Oh,
we
Mr.
will
Mayor.
put that information on the website and social media as well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Moving on to consideration of bids. One, it's a letter from the mayor regarding an award bid for Cobb Park grading and parking improvements. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the city engineer's recommendation to award the bid for the Cobb Park grading and parking improvements to Gibraltar Construction Company of Trenton, Michigan, in the amount of $253,516.60, plus a 10% contingency of $25,351.65, for a total amount of $278,868.15. Funds for this bid award are available in the Parks and Recreation Millage Fund. Your favorable consideration of this matter is requested.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Kowalski.
I propose a motion that we award the bid for the Cobb Park grading and parking improvements to Gibraltar Construction Company in the amount of $253,516.50, plus a 10% contingency in the amount of $25,351.65, for a total amount of $278,868.15.
Support.
Motion by Kowalski, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. There are no scheduled hearings. The first item under Communications A is a memo from the Finance Director regarding the request for sale of forfeited vehicles. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the memo prepared by the Director of Public Safety and concur with his recommendation for the proposed sale of forfeited vehicles at public auction, and that the proceeds shall be placed in the City of Southgate State Forfeiture Fund.
What's the pleasure of the council? Councilman George.
I move that we concur with the Director of Public Safety with his recommendation for the proposed sale of 3 forfeited vehicles at public auction on April 20th at Norman Reddy's I don't know if the time is on here or not, but anyways, nominees, and the vehicles are a 2014 Ford Focus, 2010 Jeep Liberty, and a 2005 Ford Chevrolet, and these funds will be placed in the state forfeiture account.
Motion by George, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a memo from the city clerk regarding ordinance 24-1040, the codification of 2023 ordinances. Madam Clerk.
Please see the attached draft ordinance enacting and adopting the 2023 supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Southgate. We ask for your concurrence to adopt this wording into ordinance format.
What's the pleasure of the council? Councilman George.
I move that we adopt the 2023 supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Southgate.
Motion by George, supported by Kowalski. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a letter from the mayor regarding the extension of janitorial services contract for the ice rink. Madam Clerk.
It is recommended by the Parks and Recreation Director, and I concur with her recommendation to approve the extension of the contract with Services to Enhance Potential of Dearborn for a period ending June 30th, 2024, at the current rate of $2,800 per month for ice rink janitorial services. STEP is our current vendor, and therefore in the best interest of the city. Sufficient funds are available in the Parks and Recreation budget to cover costs associated with this contract. Your favorable consideration of this matter is requested.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chairman, make a motion to waive the bidding process and extend the service agreement with Services to Enhance Potential Dearborn STEP for ice rink janitorial services through June 30th, 2024, at the current rate of $2,800 per month. Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Golick. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Last is a letter from the mayor regarding a one-year contract extension for copper tubing. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the DPS Director to extend the current contract for copper tubing with Core and Main of Canton, Michigan at their current pricing. Current pricing is as follows and will be in effect for 1 year. 3/4 inch soft K copper tube, 100 feet, $6.73 a foot. 1 inch soft K copper tube, 100 feet, $8.93 a foot. 1.5 inch soft K copper tube, 100 feet, $14.24 a foot. 2 inch soft K copper tube, 100 feet, $22.05 a foot. Funds are available in the Water and Sewer Fund for this purchase. Your concurrence on this matter is greatly appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
I make a motion that we waive the bid process and approve the 1-year extension with Core and Main LP for copper tubing through March 31st, 2025, at the bid unit price approved on April 5th, 2023.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by Kowalski. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. There are no items under Communications B, and there's no ordinances. Is there any old business the council would like to discuss? Seeing none, is there any new business the council would like to discuss?
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I would just like to ask the administration, I've been asked how people can view the council meetings. I don't know if we're showing them on Channel 12 with Comcast, but several have tried to access the council meeting live, and they haven't been able to, and I really didn't know what to tell them. I knew that we were changing it.
Yeah, through the chair. So the council meetings can be viewed live on YouTube, on our City of Southgate YouTube page. They're also recorded there. We have our previous recordings there as well. On our website, if you go to the government tab, there's a link there called Watch City Council Meetings. And if you click it, it'll take you directly to our links to view the videos. We have been struggling right now with our cable channels. There's a device called an encoder that we've been working with Comcast to get an updated version of that, so that we can go back and also air on the public access channels. But currently that encoder is damaged and is not functioning properly, so if you're trying to watch via TV through the public access channels right now, that's being disrupted.
Okay, thank you so much.
And as Mr. Marsh said too, they are recorded, but I found too that when you want to view those old meetings, you still have to go to the live tab, since it was broadcast live, and they're all listed under the live tab under our channel.
Okay.
Any other new business the council would like to discuss? Seeing none, we'll move on to unscheduled persons in the audience. If there's anyone that would like to address the council, come to the podium, state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes. Seeing none, we'll move on to claims and accounts. Councilor Now.
I make a motion we approve warrant 1495 in the amount of $1,192,641.12.
Motion by Roush, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I move that we adjourn.
Motion by George, supported by Golick. Any discussion or objection? We're adjourned.